Good morning. I am super excited to sit down and chat about how I evaluate each month and plan for the new one in order to achieve my goals. However, before we start that process, I like to take some time to get in the right headspace. I find it very effective and important to start a monthly reset with a positive mindset. So do whatever it is you need to do in order to relax your body and mind. And now, let's begin. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is going to be a bit of a sit down monthly reset video. I cannot believe that January is pretty much over now. It has completely just flown by, and that scares me because I don't want 2024 to fly by as fast as 2023 did. So one of my goals for this year is to just rest, relax more, and prioritize just slowing down. I like to think of each new month as a completely fresh start, so I want to reevaluate the goals that I had and set new intentions that will just get me closer to the person that I want to become. So let's just jump right into it and start with reviewing January. If you guys saw my last video and actually the video prior to that one as well, you know that my mental health was not the greatest in January. I can tell you that I feel so much better now. I've definitely taken the past week to rest and relax and not focus so much on working all the time. I think I was running myself into the ground. Is that the right phrase? I was just working so hard that I really got burnt out between my 9-to-5 job and then everything that I do with YouTube. It was just a lot, and I needed that break to just reset and refocus on what's important and relax my mind. So yeah, I am definitely doing a lot better. The video that was posted last, I'm actually posting tomorrow in real time, so I haven't even seen like the response to it or the comments or anything, but if you did leave like a nice comment or sent well wishes to me, like I really appreciate that. I could not do this without you guys, and I'm just so thankful for the support system that I have here and the friends that I've made through having a YouTube channel. I've been able to meet some of you guys, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So thank you for just being the best group of people ever. So when reviewing my previous month, I like to take a look at my planner. I know some people do their monthly resets on Notion, but I'm just a physical planner type of girl. I do like planning on Notion, but I also love just taking this to work with me or throughout the day and writing down the things that I did each day and just tracking it in a physical format. I want to first start by talking about the wins of January. I feel like that's a really positive and happy place to begin a monthly reset. One of my main goals for January was to consistently work out. As you guys know, I have been very inconsistent with that. So for the month of January, I actually did a challenge. It's called the Iron Challenge by Caroline Gervin. It's just a workout video, and it's a 30-day challenge, but there's 2 rest days per week. So the challenge actually takes 6 weeks. So I'm currently not finished with it, but I can say that I was very consistent with adding a workout into my day throughout the month of January, and I'm just really proud of myself for doing that. Another one of my wins from January is that I went into it with an intention to rest more, and like I said, I definitely did do that. I was able to relax a little bit more and take my mind off of everything that I have to do for work and all of that, so I feel like that helped me to regain and reset my mental health to the point where I feel much more positive and optimistic and just happier in general. And my third win of the month is that I drank a lot more water this month. I actually decided to invest in a Hydro Flask 40-ounce water bottle, and I am absolutely loving it. I can tell that just by having it, I am drinking water so much more because I have it with me. It's aesthetically pleasing and cute, and the straw is just like really satisfying to drink from. I don't know if that makes any sense or if that sounds weird, but it really helps me get more water in. Another way that I like to reflect on the previous month is to actually look at my yearly goals and see in which ways did I get one step closer to reaching those goals during the month. If you want to know what my 2024 goals are, I will link the video that I talked about them in. So I'm just gonna pick and choose a few of them to discuss right now. One of my health and fitness goals for 2024 is to weightlift and do cardio at least 3 times a week. I feel like in January I definitely got closer to that. I would say that I worked out probably 4 to 5 times a week. It was with weightlifting, with the challenge that I was doing. I didn't add in cardio, so that's definitely something that I can keep at the top of my mind and start to implement in the months to come. come, but I feel like I did get one step closer to that overall yearly goal. A career and business goal that I have is actually that I would love to work with one brand per month on YouTube, and I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I am really, really grateful for the brands that I've been able to work with. And in January, I worked with Better Mouth for a video, so I definitely hit that goal for the month. Another goal I have for 2024 is to read 4 books. Now, for a lot of people, that is like nothing, but for me, I find it really hard to like find the time to read, but I do enjoy it. So 4 books is doable because I can do 1 per quarter. Now, as January has come and passed almost, I have not started reading at all. So that is definitely something that I did not achieve this month. So it's good for me that I'm like re-looking at my yearly goals, because now I know moving forward, like what can I start to implement that will get me closer to those goals. One of my other goals is to make 1 close girlfriend in the year of 2024. I know that's like very minimum, but that's something that I've struggled with in the past, is finding people in my area that I can hang out with and just get really close with and bond with. So I did take steps this month to get a little closer to that goal. I have Bumble BFF on my phone and I've been checking it more regularly and trying to just chat with some of the girls that I've matched with on there. So I'm definitely getting closer, but a goal that I have moving forward is to like actually start asking them to hang out in person, because I haven't quite gotten there yet. I also want to just practice gratitude a lot more. My goal is to just practice gratitude daily. I really, really love writing it down. I feel like that's super cool because I'm able to look back at past days where I wrote down 3 things that I'm grateful for and just see like what was happening in my life at that time that was amazing, because a lot of times I'll look back and like forget that that even happened. So I actually did download an app. It's just called Gratitude Log, and it's a super simple setup. Basically, when you open it, it just comes up with the day and it'll ask you what you're grateful for this day, and you can just write in there exactly what you're grateful for. I typically write 3 things and then that's it. The next day it'll just open up a new daily spread, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, that's just one way that it's been really helpful to remind me to practice gratitude, because it does also send reminders every day and you can pick the time that it will remind you. So that's been really helpful as well. In my planner, after every single month, there's like a monthly reflection page, and there's a few different questions on there that I can go over now. I'm gonna put them on the screen as well, but I really, really love this, and it just allows me to further reflect on my month and get a little bit deeper with it. The first one is, how do I feel about my progress this month? I definitely touched on that a little bit, so I'm kind of going to skip that one, but I wanted to share with you guys that question in case you also want to do these prompts. But overall, I feel good about my progress this past month. The next question is, what are the 3 most important lessons I have learned during this month? A lot of times, if I don't write down the lessons that I'm learning at the time, I will forget them. So something that I've been doing is that anytime that I hear something on a podcast or I just learn something in life, I'll actually write it down on my weekly spread here, just so that I don't forget about it. So I'm gonna share with you some of the things that I've learned this month. The first thing is actually from a James Clear email newsletter that I get, and he said, consistency enlarges ability. So that just really, really motivated me, because I know that if I keep being consistent, especially specifically with YouTube, it's going to make me better at it. The more you do something, your ability will just grow and you'll, like I said, get so much better at it. So I really liked that, and that's why I wrote it down. Another thing I learned is just the importance of rest. I, like I said, kind of just burnt myself out working so hard over the past year on this channel. I finally just rested and gave myself that space to relax, and I almost took off certain expectations that I had on myself. I was so strict with, okay, I have to get a weekly upload up, and now I think I've come to the realization that it's okay to not post every single week. If I skip a week, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. You guys are still going to be there to watch the next video, and I appreciate that so much. And yeah, I think just taking that pressure off of myself has really helped me with my mental health and just feeling less stressed about it all. The third and final lesson that I wrote down for this month is actually also from James Clear. He said, a simple filter for managing your time. You're not focused enough unless you're mourning some of the things you're saying no to. And that hit home for me, because that's something that I've been dealing and struggling with, is that I have had to sacrifice so many things to do this channel, and that kind of helped me realize that like, okay, I'm on the right track, because I am focused so much that like, yes, I am mourning the things that I am saying no to. And that kind of just made me realize like, okay, like it's okay to do that, because this is my goal. This is my dream to do this. And I don't know, that just like motivated me a little bit. The next monthly reflection question is, which life areas were lacking this month and why? And there's also like a little circle graph thing where there's different categories of your life and you can rank your satisfaction levels the past month from a 1 to a 10. Oh my gosh, my foot is literally falling asleep. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through this really quickly. So career and business, I would give myself probably a 7 this month. I'm pretty satisfied with it. Family and friends, I would also give myself probably a 7. I hosted like a game night with some of my siblings, so that was pretty fun. Romance and relationships, I would give myself like a 5 or 6. I definitely want to prioritize going on more romantic dates with my husband. Personal development, I would say like maybe a 5. I definitely like learned things about myself this month, but at the same time I want to incorporate more like reading and self-help books, because I feel like that really helps with personal development, so that's why I give myself a 5. There's also finance and net worth. I'm, I guess, satisfied with that, so I'd give myself like a 7 or 8. And then recreation and hobbies, I think that's like one of the ones that was lacking the most. I would probably give myself like a 5, because I don't really take time for hobbies outside of this, because I just don't really have the time. So that is definitely something that I need to prioritize more. And then spiritual, that's also something that was lacking. I would probably give myself like a 4. I definitely want to incorporate reading devotions and spending time with God more in my routine. But I did listen to like a lot more worship music, and I really liked that this month. It helps like ground me and calm me and just set my priorities and focus on things that really, really matter. So anyway, the next question is, what 3 things can I improve next month? And then what are the major action steps I can take to work towards these improvements? So that leads us into the next section of this video, which is planning for the next month. So I'm going to set some intentions and some goals for the month of February. I feel like one thing that I can improve upon is picking like a set schedule for working out. Like I said, I've been working out more consistently, but it's been all over the place. Sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's after work, sometimes it's like after dinner, and sometimes it's before dinner. So I just really want to pick like a set routine for it so that I can be a little bit more consistent with it. Another goal that I have for February is to find my style and my voice with my videos on my YouTube channel. I feel like this past year has been me learning how to film, how to edit, and just talk to the camera. But going forward, I really want to kind of learn and figure out what sets me apart from other YouTubers. What makes my videos different to where people would want to watch mine. And yeah, I'm not really sure how to go about that. I think like maybe just trying out different editing styles and figuring out what types of videos I really want to make. Definitely like with my last video, I tried out, you know, it was different than other videos that I'd made, and I actually really enjoyed editing that. It was more like cinematic and like a storyline almost. I don't know, but definitely something I need to work on. My next goal is to start reading, because like I said, I have a yearly goal of reading 4 books. So I want to at least start reading the first one. And I think I know what book I'm going to choose. So I have a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck, and you guys have literally seen me like reading it multiple times in my past videos, but I have literally not gotten through the whole thing. It's a good book, I just haven't taken the time to do it. So my goal is to like continue reading that book and hopefully finish it, maybe not in February, but at least by the end of March. And another intention that I have going into February is to continue to take time to rest. I don't want to just work so hard every single day after coming home from work, because that's not sustainable, and that obviously like hurt my mental health and made me kind of feel burnt out. That's something that I did well this month, but something that I want to continue doing in the months to come. Also just prioritizing self-care more. My husband is actually going to be gone for the majority of February, and that means that I'm spending Valentine's Day alone, which is totally fine with me because I absolutely love Valentine's Day, but I definitely want to like make that a day of just like self-love for me, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I definitely just want to prioritize loving myself more and taking the time for self-care more consistently and not as like spread apart. I don't know if I'm making sense, but. And then the last goal goal and intention that I'm gonna set for February is to go like shopping. Even if I have to do online shopping, one of my goals for the year is to kind of revamp my wardrobe because I feel like I'm not super confident in the clothing that I have, specifically the clothing that I wear to work. Sometimes it doesn't fit well or it just like is not my style, but I wear it just because I have it. So that's definitely something that I want to get better at this year. So in February, I want to like purchase a few items of clothing, and that's like, it takes a lot for me. Like, I don't know why, I'm just like not someone who genuinely enjoys shopping, and I don't really like spending money on clothes. So that's a goal for myself, is to invest in pieces of clothing that make me feel confident. So yeah, as you guys can see, I basically take like my yearly goals and just kind of try to break them down per month, and I try to use each month to get one step closer to reaching that goal, and that's something that just works really, really well for me. So if you guys also want to, I don't know, take that, and like, it's just really helpful to me to figure out which ways this month can I align myself with my end of year goals. I think that is all for this video today. I do actually want to see like, what are my plans for this month? I think I've pretty much written down, I have like a couple appointments, I have a couple calls with some of my social media friends, which I'm excited about. I actually am hanging out with friends this month. I have some friends in Virginia Beach, and I'm going to be heading down there to hang out with them to celebrate one of my friends' birthdays. So that's exciting. And that is like pretty much everything I'm doing this month besides filming videos. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this wasn't like incredibly boring. I think I overthink everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, me just talking for a long time. How is that interesting? But I'm going to just put myself out there and do it anyway. So again, thanks for watching and just being literally so amazing. Like, I am so thankful for you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. I'm so excited for the content to come this year. Peace.